Hello everyone, I'm FMZ and welcome to episode 8 of Earning My Spurs. Today we take a look at some more results we've had since we were last together, and we'll discuss Brexit because we've been given the rules we're going to have to follow at the end of 2020. Don't forget, if you enjoy this content, please do a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, leave me a comment if you have anything to say. Also, don't forget I am a member of the Passion for FM team and the FM creators community. The links to our Discord servers are in the description. Let's get to the results. But before we move on to the goals, let's take a look at Brexit, shall we? Big topic in the UK right now, still, unbelievably. So we are leaving the European Union on the 31st of December. British leagues with registered squads will use a 15 foreign player limit, so that is a lot different to what we currently have. A new work permit system will be applied to foreign players, and I'll show you that now. So, this is the new work permit rules system. I don't get it, frankly. If anyone can explain it to me, please do so in the comments below. So, I guess if you are a player that has played a lot of international football, you'll be fine. You'll get a work permit, no problem at all. If you haven't, then you're going to struggle. But that's the system now anyway. So I'm totally bamboozled by the new work permit system. Never liked Brexit anyway, but there we are. So that will come into force next season from the 31st of January. Moving on to something I'm a bit more comfortable with, and we are talking goals, and we are talking a win over Newcastle United following the match against Bournemouth that was at the end of the last episode. Let's take a look at the goals from this one. So Sonny fired us in front on 16 minutes. Good run down the left-hand side, takes on the midfield player, but it hits him and he fires it into the net for 1-0. He finds the net 2 minutes later to make it a double. Musa Sissoko playing against his former club, rolls it to Son. This time it's just a straight shot to Brabka, is unlucky in the goal, and Harry Kane wraps up the win on the 50th minute with a nice little tap in for Tottenham 3, Newcastle 0. But we continued the Christmas programme and we lost away at Manchester United. Much frustration with this one. As you can see, we dominated the game, but Anthony Martial's winner in the 93rd minute gave Manchester United the win. Let's take a look at the goals. Harry Maguire opened the scoring on 28 minutes. Pereira with the ball into the box. Maguire are rising above everybody to head United in front. Harry Kane equalised just after half-time. Dele Alli with a good run. Lucas Moura with the ball on the right-hand side. Played it into the box. Kane strokes it into the bottom corner. Manchester United were denied before they got their winner. So it was coming. Martial in behind the defence. Danny Rose doesn't get back. Gazzaniga is beaten at the second attempt. He scores from the tight angle to give Manchester United all 3 points. We followed that up with a 1-1 draw at Molineux against Wolves. Let's take a look at the goals. Matt Doherty opened the scoring for Wolves in this one, breaking down the right-hand side, beating Paulo Gazzaniga to the ball. I don't know why he came out that far, to be brutally honest, as Doherty rolled it into the net. But we did equalise. Harry Kane once more with another goal. Lucas Moura with a long ball over the top. Harry Kane gets beyond Connor Cody and fires it into the far corner to give us a share of the points at Molineux. FA Cup time now, and it's an absolute cracker from St Mary's as we left it late to win by 3-2. Let's take a look at the goals from this one. Boufal with the opener from the penalty spot. Paulo Gazzaniga saves it at the first attempt, but it's tapped in for the rebound to give Southampton the early lead. We did equalise on 29 minutes. Belotti with the ball down the left. Keeps taking on everybody. Squares it across the front of goal. Lucas Moura will not score an easier goal than that. The turnaround was complete just after half-time. Belotti again on for the injured Harry Kane. Getting past Stevens eventually, but Fernandez with a lovely stroke into the bottom corner. Southampton levelled the game up on 67 minutes. Bertrand with the throw into Armstrong, who sent it in behind looking for Che Adams, who raced beyond the defence to tap in for 2-2. But Dele Alli came to the rescue from the penalty spot straight down the middle as we secured safe passage to round 4, and we'll see who we play in that in a couple of games' time. Thankfully, Harry Kane was not out for long as he demolished Norwich City with 4 goals in the first half. Let's take a look at the goals from this one. So he started his afternoon from the penalty spot on 3 minutes, firing into the far corner. He added a second on 15 minutes. Poor play from Norwich at the back. They did not get rid of it quickly enough, and you do not send a hospital pass back towards the goalkeeper with Harry Kane lurking. 19th minute now, and he added his hat-trick. Kane coming in at the far post, there is the header. And he added a 4th from another corner in the 34th minute. Another little header as Norwich could not cope with Harry Kane in the first half. But they did make a game of it, Norwich, in the second half. Pukki with the ball across to Buendia, who takes on Romagoli before firing it into the roof of the net. A lovely finish that. And they did pull a second goal back. Cantwell with the ball in the middle, sending it on to Letimer, who sent it over the top, looking for Pukki in behind. I've seen a lot of that today. And he strokes it into the far corner to make it Tottenham 4, Norwich 2. History repeated itself at home to Everton. Only the 2 for Harry Kane this afternoon. Let's take a look at this one. So Romagoli put us in front on 22 minutes. Nice little header eventually from the corner. Harry Kane assisting this one. We made it 2-0 on 37 minutes. Serge Aurier with the run down the right. Lucas Moura with the ball into the box. There is Son at the far post to fire in for number 2. Then Harry Kane got involved from the penalty spot this time beyond Jordan Pickford for 3-0. And then we added a 4th on the 55th minute. Lucas Moura running past pretty much everybody before Yerry Mina had a bit of a lapse at the back. And Kane stroked it into the net for 4-0. And then Everton started to make a game of it as they pulled one back. Delph looking over the top, looking for Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who finished well beyond Alfie Waitman. And then they added a second in the 92nd minute. Candreva on the right-hand side. There he is, as he fired it past the goalkeeper for Tottenham 4, Everton 2. So our reward for beating Southampton in round 3 was a visit from Manchester United, and as you can see, we have to go back to Old Trafford to see if we can get the job done. Let's take a look at the 2 goals from this one. So Mason Greenwood fired Manchester United in front against the run of play, but he kind of just stabs it into the net, as you'll see. Pereira with the ball on the right. There is the stab into the net for 1-0. So much against the run of play, but we did equalise on the 70th minute. That man again, Harry Kane. Serge Aurier with the ball into Lucas Moura. There is Kane on the turn, 1-1, back to Old Trafford to see if we can make it through to round 5. And last time out, it was an absolute classic at St James's Park as we drew with Newcastle 3-3. Let's take a look at the goals from this one. Now, when Eric Dyer opened the scoring here, I had no idea what was to come, but a lovely little header off the bar. He does get to the second attempt. I think it hits the defender and goes in, because it's no way it goes in from that angle any other way. But Newcastle were level. Joe Linton with the equaliser. He got beyond everybody. How? I don't know, but he stroked it into the corner for 1-1. Newcastle then turned the game on its head to take the lead early in the second half. Almiron with the ball down the right. Gets beyond Ben Davies before firing beyond Hugo Lloris. But we got back into the game pretty quickly. Bruno Fernandes with the corner. Harry Kane to make it 2-2. Then a gut punch. Newcastle took the lead with 12 minutes to play. A good header beyond Hugo Lloris, I think from Joe Linton. And we equalised in the 94th minute. Seung Hyun Min, he scored a brilliant goal in real life against Burnley. There is a collector's item, an absolute curler from the outside of his boot for 3-3 at St James's. So, on to the competition screen we go. So we have to play Manchester United again. It will be our 4th game with Manchester United already this season. And I think that will probably be it, won't it? Because we can't play them in the Champions League, thank Christ for that. So that is to come. Obviously, Shakhtar is to come as well. February is going to be a very big month. As you can see, right at the very top, we play Arsenal at home next. So there's 14 games left in the Premier League season. We are 8 points off the top of the league table thus far. Chelsea lead the way. Liverpool in second. Manchester United in third. There's us in fourth. A point ahead of Arsenal and 4 in front of Manchester City, but we have played a game more than both of them. Wolves are in 7th on 43. There are West Ham on 42. They are still clinging on to the top 10. Down at the bottom, Sheffield United on 12 are bottom of the league. Aston Villa are on 15 points. Southampton are on 15 points. Newcastle have climbed out of the bottom 3, probably thanks in part to our result against them in the last game. Everybody else is upwardly mobile and probably not looking over their shoulder quite as much as those mentioned already. So there we go. A mixed bag of results, a couple of good ones and a couple of not so good ones from that. Obviously, we've got to play Manchester United again in the FA Cup to see if we can make it through to round 5. That will be a tricky trip to Old Trafford. But yeah, generally I've been happy. I've been very happy with Harry Kane lately. He is banging in the goals for fun, which is great. He's on 22, I think, now for the season in all competitions, which is fantastic news for us. The league title is slowly slipping away, however. In fairness, it was an ambition to win the league in the first season. It was never going to be a reality, in truth. But Chelsea leading the way is a bit of a shock. Now, in the next episode, we will take a look at the transfer window. We have done some business. One I am extremely proud of, but he won't be joining until the summer, but I'll show you who it is in the next episode. And we're going to try and do a couple of little bits because the club vision is a bit of a problem at the moment. The board are unhappy that we haven't signed any English players or anyone under the age of 22. We are going to clear up both of those before we meet once again. If you've enjoyed today's video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel but would like to do so, please hit the subscribe button down in the corner. Don't forget to have a look at the Discord servers. I am part of the Passion for FM team and the FM creators community. The links to the Discord servers are in the description. That was episode 8 of Earning My Spurs. I will see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching. Goodbye.